Hey guys, wrapping up my work day, and I had a thought because some of the comments that I've gotten about the videos that I've made recently on why black women should get married, why black women should stay married, have surprisingly brought comments from men, some negative, where men said that there aren't black women worth marrying, and other things like for every reason I could give for why a black woman should get married, a black man could give reasons for not getting married. Nobody asked you. I thought it would just be a conversation with women, but I really can't hate, because I watched Kevin Samuels and it was a guy giving his opinion. You would think a lot of guys would be watching that, but I actually watched some of the shows with Glee because he was very, very funny. Even though he was like, hard core with some of the women, and I really didn't like his whole, using the F word and cursing at them, and also like ranking them or rating them, getting them to rate themselves as if they were like some sort of, meat or something. And so I didn't really like everything that he said, but some of the things were really on point and they were really funny. But anyway, some of the comments that I'm getting are from women, and instead of talking about like the benefits, the reasons, a good number of the women have spoken about, black men in general, and it almost feels like bashing, or male bashing, and I can't get with that. That was not my intention. I think that black men, especially in the media, experience so much hate and so much misrepresentation. Not saying that there aren't some black men that are not doing what they're supposed to do, or not being the fathers that they need to be in their homes, that are not running around planting their seeds all over the place and creating all of these baby mamas. And boy, I hate that term. I think that it's ravaging the black community, because it reduces women to just being the mother of children, not wives, a part of a two-parent household that's building black wealth, and raising strong black families, which I believe is what's required, to lift those of us that are struggling, to lift us up. That's what I viewed as the main reason for getting married, other than the obvious. But anyway, I don't like male bashing. I hate that. And then it's so funny that it's black women that are saying hateful things about black men, like all black men, or a large number. I hate it when other ethnic groups do it, where they try to lump all of us black people into a group, and then when they meet someone like me, they think I'm a unicorn. I'm not a unicorn. I'm just the only person like me that you've met, because no group of people are all anything. And so I hate it also where I hear these black men that are saying really bad things about black women. I don't like that either. They're judging a whole group of women by some of those that are out here that are acting horribly in public, doing things that are not ladylike. I get it why some of the women are not married. I get it that a lot of women are presenting looks that are not wife material. And the result, a lot of times, is the fact that some black men that are eligible, with degrees, making good money, that are nice men who want to raise families, they're marrying women of other cultures. And I'm the mother of sons, grown sons. And yes, the white girls have been to the house. I mean, like Susie and Becky, as Beyonce might want to call them, a lot of them, their moms have raised them to look for husbands. They're partying, they're having a good time. But if you look at the numbers, other cultures marry more than black people are currently marrying. And I think that that's really hurting our communities. I don't care what you say, especially as I watch the news and I see, the mayor of DC trying to come up with programs to help, combat truancy, and to help, to eradicate the crime that's happening more and more with young kids who should have their you-know-whats at home. And, we need two parents in the home to, to keep an eye on people, to really make sure that our kids are on the straight and narrow. And more often than not, that's not happening. When you have a baby mama, as I hate, or a baby daddy, which I hate even worse, I think that creates an environment where people don't have two sets of eyes on them. It's less than ideal. Not saying that you can't, thrive. I grew up in a single parent home. My mother left my father when I was 4 because he drank, he beat, he cheated, he did all sorts of horrible things. He was in jail a lot. He wasn't taking care of his home. He was an example of a black man that wasn't someone that you wanted to praise or brag about. But the thing of it is that so you can succeed. You can raise wonderful children on your own, but as a person who's raised kids together, it's a lot easier doing it with help, the way that God really intended in your best case scenario. Not that other scenarios can't work, but just saying that that's the ideal scenario. So please stop the male bashing. Stop talking so badly about black men, and saying that they ain't the S word. I hate that. That is so rude and so bad. And as a people, for you to have women coming out saying that about black men. So if that's what we say, what do the other cultures say? We're just tearing each other down, and I hate that. And then that black men would come on here and say all these horrible things. We can say that some black men need to do better. We can say that some black women need to do better. And those are some of the people that I'm talking to that are not putting their best selves out there. I have a video that's coming out soon about that, where we're just doing the most. And so I haven't even told my sons that they need to date just black women. And that's the thing. I never said black women had to marry black men. Like I told my mother when she said, Callan, as they call me in the South, you better not bring any white men here. And I get it. Back in that generation, back in the 50s and the 60s, white people weren't very nice to us. I get why she said that. But I had to tell her, I'm going to marry whoever treats me the best. And that's what I want black women to do. If it's a black man, great. I thought I probably would marry, a white guy with my little booty. And the fact that, when I was at Clemson, white men were the first men, and I'm sorry, black guys out there, they were the first men to tell me that I was beautiful. I had never heard I was beautiful until a white guy told me, and I was like, what? And so it's like something that I explored on dates, nothing else. But I was surprised pleasantly when I ran into, a black man who thought my little booty was cute and, was like a leg man and everything. And thought my little prissiness was attractive, and didn't mind my little voice that God gave me as a sense of humor. He's going to put me in the projects with a voice like this. And this is my real voice, in case you're wondering. So for my sons, I haven't said marry anybody of any particular ethnic group. I prefer Christian women because it'll make it easier if you're equally yoked, because we have Christian beliefs, and it makes it easier. So that's what I would prefer, but they're going to do the choosing. But no, if it's a white woman, I really don't care. I just want someone who will love them, who will take care of them, who will raise, and give them godly children that I can love on, and that will help them fulfill the call that God has placed on their lives. That's what I'm looking for. I don't care if she's white or black. It might be nice. I don't want to be the only black woman at the table, but if that's what they pick, that's what they pick. So all of this message is to say is, as a culture, we need to try to lift each other up. And the purpose of my videos is for us to meet in the middle and maybe talk about it and see what black women could do differently. What's our accountability in the fact that we're not married in some cases, or where black guys are going, to other ethnic groups. Black men, if you're listening, what's your accountability? It's not all Black women's fault. And Black women, it's not all Black men's fault. We share some of the responsibility. So I pray, and I really do, that we can stop all of the bashing and have an honest, healthy dialogue of how we can move forward and how more of us can find husbands, not necessarily Black or white, but husbands to help us raise, our godly, or if you're not, wanting to be godly, that's your business, but to raise healthy. How about that? We can agree on that. Healthy families that go out and do great things. That's my goal. Not sure what your goal is, but you can let me know. My opinions are my opinions, but I'm happy to have a dialogue with you. And I think that that's healthy. But until then, I'm going to go back and wrap up my work, and I hope you guys have a great one. Talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.